Hey guys, my name is Troy. Welcome back to my channel. It may be late, but today we are doing the stay-at-home book tag. So yeah, I am a little bit late to this tag. This was like done, I don't know, like months ago when quarantine started, but it's as good as time as ever because I still have been home for like so long. I feel like I've just never really officially gotten out of quarantine yet, and that's kind of depressing. Anyways, this is basically a fun book tag. I haven't done a book tag in a while actually, and it just goes over kind of some of the quarantine-y things, like some things that you need while quarantining, and just stuff that like I can heavily relate to, especially now that like I feel like I'm even in a more quarantine mood. Make sure to leave a like if you guys are excited for this video, because that always helps me. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Laying in bed, a book you could / have read in a day. Now I have read a lot of books in one day, but like here are some ones that really stand out to me. First we got like Sarah J Maas, my Sarah J Maas shelf, always a good one. You got Keep Velocity series, we got Hunger Games, but I do want to talk about a series that I've recently been reading that I have been absolutely blitzing through. I've been reading one book per day. They are short, which is helpful because that actually helps me get them done, and they are the the Wings of Fire series. I read the first two just within the last 2 days. Like I started this yesterday morning, finished this by the afternoon, started this last night, and then finished it this afternoon. So basically I'm just zipping through this series and I am really enjoying it. Like they move so quick, and it's like I can't even put them down either. It's like they're really good, and I feel like as we're going on it's getting even better. I was definitely hesitant to go into this series because it was middle grade, but this totally defied the barriers of middle grade. Like it says appeals to 4th to 6th graders, but we have like backstabbing, brutal violence, and well, not like brutal, but like a lot of violence, and we do have a lot of like, you know, secret organizations and killing and like tension within war, and we have a lot of heavier topics, I feel like, and it's just like, wow. And even with like parenthood and like child abuse and stuff, like there was just a lot of stuff in this book that we got to explore, and I really enjoyed it. And there are some cliche things, and when I do like a series review or I do my whatever, I do some sort of video about it, I will expose the flaws because I do have some questionable things about these books that I don't enjoy and like I'm kind of wondering about. But like overall, I'm just so excited about these books, and they're just really getting me really excited about reading again, and they've really propelled me into that just great state of November. So yeah, I really want to talk about those because they really are just so bingeable, and I have just been laying in my bed a lot recently just reading those books in that series, and I'm on book 3 already. So hey, so yeah, more thoughts on Wings of Fire to come. Alright, next we have got Snacking, and that is a guilty pleasure book. I will say that I definitely snack while in quarantine, or when we were first quarantining, I was definitely snacking a lot. I was definitely eating a lot better than I was like before that, because like you didn't really have anything else to do, if you know what I mean. But I swear all these book tags have this guilty pleasure thing. It's like, why? What's the point of me having a guilty pleasure? Like I don't feel embarrassed about what I read. I don't feel guilty about any of the books I read. Like I said, I guess the only thing that I feel like guilty about reading would be Sarah J Maas, just because her books are slightly problematic, although it's getting better as we move on. And there's just some more like mature topics, but I just don't think that defines the book. Netflix series you want to start. Oh my gosh, I have like 50 things on my Netflix TBR, like to be watched, TBW, on my like list. Also, I noticed that I'm missing a legacy book. Oh my gosh, my eyes are keen. Netflix was huge for me in quarantine. I blitzed through a bunch of series and I was enjoying it. I still enjoy it. I actually recently got back into it because I was like so busy on my channel for 1 month. I'll talk about this in a second, like at the end of the tag. I was really overworking myself like on terms of YouTube. So yeah, now that I'm not doing that, and I'll explain like my process in a future question because I know another question mentions it. Now that I finally have more time, I've actually been able to get into more shows and stuff. So that's been great. Oh, the question is series you want to start. Okay, so a series that I wanted to start was Wings of Fire. Here's a good example. I have it laying out right in front of me. A series that I want to start is the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. It's my introduction to the Grishaverse world, and I have the whole set right here actually, and I've been talking about it a lot in my videos. This is on my November TBR, so if you guys haven't watched the November TBR video, then I would definitely recommend it. I'm going to probably do some sort of reading vlog, or maybe not, but like I just want to do some sort of binge of these books because I'm so excited. Okay, this actually fits perfectly because this is actually getting a Netflix adaptation. It says it right there. If the thing autofocuses, yeah, it's getting a Netflix adaptation, so this is just a perfect answer to the question. Like, I'm really excited to see, like, how it gets adapted, and that's the only reason why I kind of wanted to buy the series, because I know a lot of people were saying a lot of bad things about the Shadow and Bone trilogy. They're like, you shouldn't read the Shadow and Bone trilogy, you should just go straight into the Six of Crows trilogy, but, like, at the end of the day, I'm like, you know, if it's getting adaptation and it will help me get some prior knowledge, I think that it would be beneficial for me to read the Shadow and Bone trilogy. So yeah, those are my 2 questions. Okay, the next one is Deep Clean, been on your TBR for ages. Alright, so let's go over a couple that have been on my TBR since the beginning. Like, these were some books that I had on my TBR since the beginning of time. Like, when I first went to Goodreads and I started adding books like as want to read, these were the books that I wanted to read first. And the first one that I want to go over is The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen. And this was one of the first books that I've ever wanted to read. I'm so glad that I finally read it, because this just brings in a nostalgia for me when I first discovered the book community and I set that to want to read, and it's just like it just symbolizes a lot for me, so it's a really important book. And so I'm glad that my mom got this for my birthday. And there's also another question about books like that were gifted to me, so I can go over this again. But like, yeah, this was definitely on my TBR since the beginning, and it was just amazing. It's basically about this boy who kind of runs away from his orphanage, and then he gets like into this program where he has to defeat the other boys to become the false prince. But there's a whole lot of twists around the way and around his childhood that really come into play and come into handy and help him in advancing and escaping this plot and this political tension that's going on in this world. It's really, really good. And then we also have like The Six to Crows by Leigh Bardugo, which I found before the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I found so many people talking about it. It's like when I first joined the book community and like saw videos about it and saw Goodreads and stuff, like this was so highly talked about. So this was also my TBR. And then also we have The Way of the King, or like the Brandon Sanderson books. He was also a prominent like author like in my early TBR. I still haven't read any of his books, and I still have only part 2. Me and my mom need to order part 1 to this book. We still haven't done it. We tried to, but then the whole book came, and so it's like I want part 1 in this edition. I don't know. Anyways, it's a struggle, but yeah, this Brandon Sanderson was all of his books are basically on my TBR, and they are still on my TBR. Like, I really, really want to get to them, you know what I mean? Animal Crossing, book you recently bought because of hype. I just did a book haul, so this should be easier to find a book that I recently bought. But first off, okay, Animal Crossing I did buy because of hype, and you know what? It actually really sucked. Like, I hope I'm not getting attacked in the comments or something, but like, I bought Animal Crossing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. The next week, after playing for it with 1 week, I was gone. I'd never played it again. That's literally my timeline. I played it for a few days, then I stopped. That's really how boring it was. Like, I don't recommend playing Animal Crossing. Anyways, okay, what's a book that I bought because of hype? I'm gonna go find that. I'll be right back. Okay, these are 2 books that I bought out of my own cash flows. We've got The Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian, and we've got Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi, and these are 2 books that I bought in my book haul video. If you haven't seen that already, you should, but you probably already have, because it's one of the most popular videos on my channel. Already has 750 views. Anyways, these are 2 books that were severely hyped. I saw this all over Booktube. I'll be watching like any random video. I feel like I'm getting blown up by the light, but I'll be watching any random video and I'd just be seeing this. Like, I know Nitty Ready Reads, I'm pretty sure she talked about this, and like some other people that I just like, it stuck in my mind, and like that's why I bought it, is because I saw other people like talking about it and like talking about her other books, so I thought I imagined this. And then also I saw Ash Princess from Jessie the Reader, and then I saw other people talking about it in the comments, and I saw some other reviews from my friends about it, and so like I kind of got it off them because I also heard that one being talked about. But yeah, those are 2 books that I bought because of hype. Productivity, book you learned or had an impact on you. Okay, so the first one that obviously had a really big impact on me is the Keeper of Lost City series by Shannon Messenger. This is really what got me into YouTube, because if you guys don't know, I do have a series called KOTLC, which is abbreviation Keeper of Lost City's fan base. Most people found my channel through that because I advertised on that. That's how I've got like a lot of my audience. It's just impacted me so much because it's really started my passion for YouTube and for video creating and for reading too. This book was the whole motivation between basically all my passions, and it's just like so crazy to see how this has impacted my life, because through that channel we've been able to gain 1,000 subscribers, hundreds of thousands of views, and just been able to start even making a little bit of money off YouTube, and just kind of see how like my little mini career is going is pretty cool. So that obviously has made like a physical impact on my life, and that now I'm doing YouTube. It's kind of crazy. And then Again But Better was also really impacting book for me, because it really motivated me to start this one channel, and it like kind of impacted me a lot throughout the year. Just like think about the messages. It's like, do what you want to do. Stop like conforming yourself to other people's norms and like ideas and concepts and beliefs. Like, do what you want to do, like in terms of like careers and stuff. And it's like, I just thought that was a really impactful message, and it just really hit me in a different place. Just it was a beautiful book. It wasn't like a greatly written book, but I just feel like it hit too hard to not like be a 5 stars for me. All right, the next question is Facetime, a book you were gifted. Okay, I'll get all those books out. Alrighty, so in addition to these bookshelves, my mom got me 3 books for my birthday. We've got Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, The Cruel Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen, and Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, which if you didn't see my reading vlog for this, you gotta watch it. It's so good. So I'll leave that up there for you. Hopefully Troy, editor Troy, or like you uploader Troy goes and does that. But yeah, these 3 books I was gifted for my birthday. So yeah, these were super good, or I only read 1 of them, or 2 of them, and I had to get to Six of Crows. And then I got the Fablehaven series, book 1 and book 2 were sent to me from a subscriber. That was super, super nice. And then I technically got gifted a book, and it's kind of like a collab that I'm doing with another booktuber, so you guys can stay tuned on that. But basically we kind of did a book exchange, and I don't even know what the book is yet, but basically it was a gift to me. I really feel like this is such a harsh lighting situation going on. I don't like it at all. Okay, I just decreased the exposure, so hopefully, yeah, that felt like really obscenely like bright. So yeah, the next one is self-care. What is one thing you've done recently to look after yourself? And here comes the booktube discussion. So what I did was I actually stopped doing Monday uploads on this channel. Hopefully you guys got that message. Hopefully on Monday you weren't like, oh no, because I did say it in my other video and I did post about it, but like if you somehow didn't, yes, I am discontinuing Monday uploads. The main reason is because of my like mental health and like I guess my stress levels, and I kind of disguise that by saying like, oh, my monetization, I need to take time to get reviewed, so there's no point in uploading 1 times because I'm not really gonna get be monetized. There's no reason for me to be uploading really while my channel is getting like reviewed. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it just like not be uploading more than often. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I just was kind of like using that as my main reason, which it's a little bit of the reason. Like I just wanted to be able to take more time for myself, and so that's something that I really did for myself, is because like this whole Monday not uploading was such a good deal for me, because I could finish the book that I was just talking about. Where is it? Book 2 in the Wings of Fire series. Like I was able to finish it because after school I just spent like an hour reading and an hour watching YouTube, and I was totally cool. Like usually on Mondays I am like, as immediately after school I have to edit, I have to upload, I have to respond to comments for a few hours. Like there's a lot of stuff that I have to do on Mondays, and now that I just cleared that off, I can now slowly do my Wednesday upload over the course of 3 days and get a bunch of reading time each day and get a bunch of homework time. It's just basically my time is like it's a lot easier for me. It's just like I feel like I'm just been really having great time, and now I can just read more, and like it's been just such a beneficially impacting time. And like even with my KOTLC fan base, like I uploaded 2 times on the KOTLC fan base last week. I uploaded 3 times on the Troy Reads. It's just too much for me. So like taking like more of a break and just kind of like not uploading as much, when in normality, that's how much I should be uploading. Like it just feels like I have such a relief off my shoulders when there really shouldn't be that much relief for me to like go back to a normal posting schedule and feeling so much relief. That just really explains like how my mind process, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to do like a little discussion on that, because I just wanted to like let you guys know how YouTube impacts my life in that way. And it's like, it really is a lot of work, and although I enjoy it, it can be stressful for sure. But yeah, that wraps up this video. Let's get into an outro. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was actually a really fun tag. I really enjoyed it. So thanks so much to the original tag creator for like creating this. I'll leave their video in the description. But yeah, it was super fun. The questions were really super good, and I love talking about all these books. I felt like I had a really good discussion today, just about like quarantine, about books, a lot of great things. It was super fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So make sure to leave a like on this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel for sure if you want to get that more bookish content going. I'm so excited to keep making videos for you guys and get some coin for it, like get some ad revenue. It's gonna be great. I don't know if I hit the 4,000 watch hours, but I'll make like a little thing in the beginning if I did. Also make sure to leave a comment, answer one of the questions, or you can answer multiple questions, and I'll discuss in the comments with you. I can't wait for that. Also, I have a day off today when you guys are seeing this, so I'll be able to like respond to comments a little bit more easier. And I think that wraps up all I wanted to say. I'll leave the last video up there for you guys. Check out some of more of my videos in the description. Check out some of the books I mentioned in the description. Check out the description for just anything basically, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Peace out. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa.